Hello, and welcome. Welcome to Tinkmas Day. Dramatic pause again. 16. I had to check my phone. It is the 16th day of Tinkmas, guys. Oh my gosh, we have done 16 videos in a row. We are going to do 25 videos. That's what Tinkmas is, the 25 days of Christmas. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to do the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day episodes ahead of time because I'm going to be busy. Oh man. Okay. Anyway, guys, let's jump into the video today. We are going to make a North Pole model. So I've been making lots of stuff and, to put under my tree. So we have like kind of fake fluffy cotton looking snow under my tree. So all these prints we've been doing, I've been setting up under there. And I thought it'd be really cool to have like a North Pole model. And it's pretty easy. Besides like changing the colors. Oh man. For you guys that have like the color changing printers that have like the 4 rolls. Oh my gosh, this would be so much easier. But I have an idea to make a North Pole. I mean, it's going to be pretty easy. But besides just switching the colors. So let's just jump into it, guys. We're just going to kind of roll with it. We can make a couple different bases. So obviously the North Pole is like, it's usually striped like white and red, like a candy cane. So we'll deal with that when we get there. Let's just start with the base first, okay? We have a few different ways we could do the base. I've seen some. I was just kind of looking at random different ones. They come in like every shape and size, and I don't know. Some don't have a base, some do. Some have signs on them. We could add a sign. But maybe we can make a kind of fancy looking little base for it. So let's just do it. Oh yeah. I was talking to a viewer about this wacky ring right here. See, it's literally called the ring. Let's use it. They were wondering what these little slide bars do. And it's easier, maybe if we chop one in half. Here, watch this. It's easier to see what it does if you look at a cross section of it. So here, let's duplicate it quick. Oh man, why didn't it duplicate the ring? Okay, let me try that again. Okay, so basically if you just click it, we can make it smoother here so you can do the sides bar. This just changes the internal shape. So right now, if we cut this, you would see this exact shape on edge. You get what I mean? So if we stretch this out, see it's bulging out the ring outward. And look, we could bulge it inward. Basically, we're going to have this, if we cut this and look at the, the cut surface, this is the shape of what the shape of the cut surface will be. So here, let's go like this. And now let's try it. Whoa, that's kind of cool. It reminds me of like pottery. Maybe we could do some pottery. So here, let's cut that. See? So it has that exact shape that we were doing with the pegs. We can't see it now unless we ungroup it and check it out again. Oh, boop, boop, boop. See? That was the exact shape that we made. It's actually pretty cool. I don't really use it as much as I should. Maybe I should try to use that more. I don't know if we're going to use it for this model. So see, here's just a big old fat one. It's almost round. I wonder if you could make it... Oh yeah, you could make it round. Which would be no different than just using a torus. But yeah, there. See, now we made the ring round-ish. See? There we go. That's my only explanation. I don't really use it very much, but there you go. Okay, let's build these out of what color? Let's do... I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'll probably use like multicolored silk filament. Honestly, ooh, this might look good for where the ring or where the pole actually comes out. We could probably just stack some objects to make kind of a fancy shape here. Maybe I should have stuck with the yellow. It's kind of in our face bright, though. Let's just do it. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this. Let's get some work done here. Let's smash down the duplicate and stack it. I kind of want to make like a fancy pole holder. Ooh, see, that's already looking good. Ooh, it looks like brass. Just to make it different, let's pull a cylinder out here. Let's put a cylinder in here. Okay, let's turn it yellow. Okay, fancy, fancy. We're going to have to align everything. I think we're going to use our deal. We could have the pole stick in there. Let's just check it out. Let's align everything before we just delete it. We could have used the... Ooh, yeah, see, that's getting pretty nice. We could have just used the revolve sketch tool to do a really nice base. But, I don't know, we're just experimenting here. I'm a little wondering why that wasn't centered. Let's make sure something's not really wacky. Okay, it's good. Okay, let's chop that off, because that's actually pretty decent. So let's chop the whole bottom off, because there's a bunch sticking underneath. And let's see what it looks like here. See? Wow. That's a nice little North Pole holder. And see, we could pull it up a little bit. That's actually fancified. Just for the display too, I think I'm going to have it on a little mound of snow. I've done a couple things with just that little, I just take a sphere and I should have waited to chop the bottom off, but whatever. I just take a sphere and make it really flat. We can make it on like a mound of snow. That'll look good. Okay, let's drop it down because we're going to cut most of it off. Let's turn it white. See, we can print this layered so we can change colors, you know. Let's duplicate it and make it kind of not so perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like that. A little bit here. A little bit over here. See, that looks good, my dudes. Okay, let's drop this down. Okay, not there. Look at that. Is that beauteous? Okay, let's make sure it's actually in there. Yeah, there we go. So let's just chop the bottom off again because the snow's sticking under there. Maybe we'll use another one of them rings for the top. We need some practice with them. Okay, let's select the snow and group it together. Then we'll have a nice little pad there for the pole. Okay, let's actually make the pole. I saw some that actually had like a taper to them, and I think that looked better. We want it striped though. Let's see, how would we... I don't think we're going to stripe it until it actually prints though, so... Oh, but it would look good for the thumbnail. How would we stripe it if it's tapered though? Okay, let's make a... We gotta try to make a multicolored North Pole for the thumbnail, because that's so important for you guys. It's important for the algorithm. Okay, let's just say, if we're gonna make a not tapered one, because we don't know if we want tapered or not. Maybe we don't. How would we do it? So we could cut an angle on it. What type of stripe do we need? Ooh, that's really... Oh, yeah, this will be fine for the stripage. We're just going to experiment here. Okay, so see, we could chop that like that. Okay, I'm thinking, how do we do this? So we duplicate it. Okay, how big do we want our stripes? Like that? Okay. That's good, that's good. Okay, let's group it. And let's turn that one red. Now we should be able to do some kind of fancy move here. Let's duplicate. Move it up. Oh, yeah, that's easy. Now turn it white. Will it switch the colors on us? Ah, I wish. Okay. Sweet, we're doing it. Let me just keep hitting duplicate and it'll keep stacking them here. We don't need it super tall because I'd rather have it be kind of stocky. We are going to have a sign on it though, I think. Okay, that's good for now. Now let's just select every other. And make them white. Ooh, that looks good. Now, the issue is I can't print that straight up and down. Because look, I can't switch colors. I'm going to have to print the poles separately at a tilt. You get what I mean? Because look, if I printed it straight up and down, I can't switch on a layer. It's not a flat layer. I'm literally going to have to print the poles separate tilted. And then switch back and forth from red to white. Oh, dear. You get what I mean? So, like, I would, like, print the pole like this. So I could switch. Well, you know, you get what I mean? There, like that. So, see, I could switch back and forth. Oh, look, there's gaps in between there. Yeah, that's what I'd have to do. Let me fix them gaps. Okay, bam. There we go. Now we don't have gaps, do we? Nope, we got a nice overhang over. I did kind of want it tapered though, but actually this looks really good. Okay, we'll stick with that. Let's install it. Let's see if it fits in here. We could just make it so it snaps into here. That'd be fine. Either way, it's looking really cool, especially if we do the separate colors like this. Okay, so I'd say we'll just make it so it fits in here. Maybe we'll cut a nice little. Okay, how wide is this? 21? Okay. So let's just do. Let's see if that's a good. I kind of like how that looks. Okay. We got it. Let's go like this. Let's just grab one of these cutouts like this. And let's make it 21.2. 21.2. Okay. Make it smoother. And let's cut a nice little deep spot in here for it, you know? I'd say that's good. Okay, we'll just align it. There we go. We're done with the base already. Okay, let's just group it together. Look at that. That's cool. That's a nice shape. Okay, so that means our pole will fit in there. So that's fine. So we'll print that separate. But for now, let's put it in there. We want to make a nice top and a sign, and we'll be done. So this is an easy build in Tinkercad, but kind of a harder print afterwards because of all the color switching. I want to do more. Should we use one of the weird rings again? Let's do it. So how fatty can we make this thing? So, but you can't really make the internal part, like, you know, the center, like there should be a slide bar for how wide the whole gap in the middle is. Whatever though. I liked the last shape we made. It was fancy, and you know I am all about the fanciness. Oh, that's not fancy. Is that fancy? Does that tickle your fancy? Of course it does. Oh, just kidding. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Let's do one of these. I think we could just stack a few of these shapes together and then put a nice, we'll put a nice round one on the top. Oh, wow, that's, not even close to aligned. Okay, them are good. So let's, yeah, I think we could just put the sphere on the top now. See, like this. I think that will be a good top. Smoother and drop it down. There we go. Ooh, isn't that nice? And what do we need? 21.2 for cut. Okay, so let's just align it. And we're going to cut a hole in it. 21.2, just like the... so it fits on the top of the pole, you know? I hope that's what the other one was. I'm pretty sure. Here, let me look at this. Yeah, 21.2. Okay, make it smoother. And... visualize the size. We could make it a little bit bigger. What do y'all think? Okay, let's go ahead and group them together. Should cut a nice little hole up in there. We could either add a flat. Actually, no, that looks great. Oh my gosh. That's a nice big fatty knob. Look at that. It's a beautiful knob. Okay, let's install it. And we got to make a sign. Let's make a sign. Don't you think? That says North Pole? Or not? Look it. Isn't that cool? Let's check it out. That looks really good. Maybe I will print it in yellow. I do like... we'll see. I do like that silk filament that I used for like the sweater of the snowman. I think we could get some pretty fanciness. That's cool. Oh my gosh, it's like huge though. We're going to be printing that smaller. I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, let's have a little coffee break and think about our lives. What do we want to do for a sign? Peace sign? North Pole, North Pole. All right, guys. Wow, I really like this. I hope it looks this good when it prints. Okay, let's just make a little sign to hang on it. What should we use? Should we use the normal sketch tool? Sure. Let's use the normal sketch tool. I'm going to go back to 1mm movement, so we got a nice little snap grid. I'm going to turn off hide dimensions. I mean, I'm going to turn on hide dimensions because they always get in my way. Okay, let's make a sign shape. We can make it a little fancy. Let's come in 3, go up 2. Okay, screwed that up. Yes. Okay, we got to move that one. Okay, down 3. Okay, how do you like this? This one's messed up, ain't it? No. No, it's good. It's good. Okay, let's watch this. This is going to be cool. Let's double click it. We're going to turn these into curves. Let's turn these 2 into curves. That is already fantastical. Maybe. Let's do this. Watch this. Finish sketch. Well, for one thing, for scale, it's going to have to be bigger. Let's flatten it down. Watch this, though. We're going to do something. We're going to do something. Let's turn it white. Watch how easy we can make a rim that fits on this, a red rim. Okay, so let's go down to 2 on that. Let's duplicate it. Okay? So we have 2 of the sketches here. So we can go back into edit. We'll be editing the second one. And watch this. All we have to do is click on it, turn on stroke settings. See right here? Boop. Click this button on. Boop. And look, it already happened. Stroke settings, it makes it into an outline instead of a solid shape. So see, this is now an outline, and we can make it thicker. Like that. Yeah, just cause. That's all. And I think that's awesome. Let's just hit finish sketch. And all we have to do is pull that one up a couple more millimeters. Let's make it 4. And look, we'll turn it red. La Christmas sign. Now, do we need it that far up? I don't know. So that's 2 more millimeters up? Okay, no, let's just go 1 millimeter up. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and I want to use it, have it as like a hanger. So, what should I have done? I could have just done this then. This is going to look weird, but don't you dare yell at me. Finish sketch. Look at that, guys. I just pulled them points down, so it left this open. See? I pulled them over to here. Hey! Cuz, we're going to hang this. I had a little idea while I was heating up my coffee. I'm going to make a little hole in the pole, and I'm going to put a tiny little nail in it, a metal one. Like, I'm going to either melt it or just stick it in a hole in there. An actual little metal nail, like somebody pounded a nail in and hung the sign on it. I just want to do that for mine. Like, you could do yours however you want. But, okay, let's just add the writing on this, and we'll be done, guys. So the writing can be red, or we could have the writing stick up even farther and be a different color. What would look good? Uh-oh. Now we have decisions. Let's just use the text feature here and figure out if we like it. Okay, so, well, let's do north. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, and let's click off. We're going to need to grab another one. If we want to put underneath, I think you have to do 2 separate ones, right? Okay. Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's just put them to fit, and then we'll figure out the color situation. See, if we made them 4, then... Wait, is this 3 tall? Oh, I see. So hit D to drop. The North Pole. Oh, that's why. We got to make these the same. Okay, so let's do... Is this one at 4? That one's at 4. Okay. Guys, we're like done. See, easy project. See, we got to do a different color. It'll look awesome. Let's see what it would look like with the yellow. Okay, that looks absolutely awful. Let's delete this whole program. Let's try black. That looks super, super fancy. Is the whole thing, is the lettering too big? I think the lettering's a little too, I think it needs to be fancier. So maybe we'll crush it down. I think the lettering was a little too massive. We need it more dainty. You know, see? Good choice, good choice. Let's go back to 4 millimeters though, so we can switch the color. See, that looks more fancy. The whole thing might have to be a little smaller though. Let's just check it out. Guys, if it looks this cool printed, I'll be pretty happy. I'm going to have to pause the printer like 400 times. Or 20. Well, let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, that's like 18 or 19 times. Oh, no. Should I just be like, oh, I can't print this one, guys. We got to try. I forgot what I was doing. Okay, I'm going to group the sign together so it just behaves. Turn multicolor back on, and let's pretend it's hanging on a nail. See, it's way too big. Oh, it's cute, though. Whoa. I think that's too big, though. I think kind of big might look good, though. See, all the nails sticking out. I think that's a good idea. That looks good. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. I'm going to try to print this as good as I can. I just like the look of it. So yeah, I'm going to have to disassemble. We'll just print this, the sign laying flat separately, and I'll switch colors at the different layers. Because see, all the colors are at different layers. So I'll start with white, then switch to red, and then finish with black, and it'll print just like this. Okay? And, you know, I'll print this base separate. Start with white, switch to yellow. I'll print the top knob by itself, just yellow. Then I'll tilt this pole, do some kind of supports or raft or brim, something so it sticks. I'll tilt it, and I'll just keep switching every so many layers. Oh, dear. All right, guys. I guess maybe I'll time-lapse the print. All right, let's do it, guys.
Are you guys ready? No! Look at that! Oh my gosh! Look at how good it looks. It looks just like our Tinker. And boop! Guys, we have signage. I kind of screwed up the sign, but it still looks good. I like switched at the wrong layer. So this background was supposed to be white, and then this was going to be red. But anyway, I just rolled with it, and we still got a nice sign. Look at. Oh my gosh. I like that little nail idea. See, it's got a tiny little metal nail. Then it can swing. I didn't even like print a hole in there. I just took my little torch. I held the nail with pliers, and I took my little handheld torch and I heated it up and I just pressed it in there. Super easy. Look at how cool this is. Guys, that took a while. Oh my gosh. I need an easier project for tomorrow. I had to switch, well, however many times. What do we say? 18 times? It was worth it, though. This is a very cool addition. This pressed right in easy here. This I have to change a little bit. Something up in here must be an overhang. I even added a dome on the top of this flat spot we cut in here. Something else must be a dome though, because, or I mean an overhang, because there was a couple little strings in there that I had to clear. But otherwise, look at that. Oh no! I was just going to say, how good is that? The nail doesn't have much of a head on it, but it's fine. It's awesome. All right. Well, now you guys know where you're located. When you see this sign, you're at the North Pole. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.